Hello, Stampers. I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Dink, and today I thought it would be a fun day to share with you my swap cards that I received on my recent trip to Greece. It was an incentive trip that Stampin' Up! Sent us on. You had to earn the trip, and when we go on these trips, they will give you the option of entering swaps or not. They do a card swap, and then they will also do a 3D swap. So today I'm going to share with you the cards that I got from my card swap. And then we'll also make the card that I made. I'll show you the technique that I used in making that. So are you ready to get started? So this beautiful card, I love this. I love the foil. I really love the framelits that are used to give the little swirly stuff on the back side of this. And I just recently ordered these, so I'm very anxious to start playing with them because this is really a very beautiful card. And this was by my new friend, Debbie Yeomans. Love this card. Thanks, Debbie. And this pretty card, I love it too. The stamp set is actually meant to look like the little fairy is pulling the corner back on the page. And the way she has this set up in this frame is that she put another layer behind it so that it really does look like the vines and stuff are coming from there. So this is a super cute card. She did a great job on it. And there's no name. So let me see if she put her information on the inside. She did. This was by Penny Keener. Okay. And this is a really pretty card. This one uses the new Heirlooms frames, which it is an embossing folder that will emboss the frames, and then there are framelits to go through and cut it out. And by the way, for our swap, it just needed to be anything current, okay? So anything that was in the new catalog that came out, we got to play with. So this is really a pretty card. This is by Wendy Knowles. This card, I love the new designer series paper, Artistic Expressions. I think that's what it's called. But the paper looks like Monet paintings. It's just absolutely gorgeous paper. And that's by Michelle Hornbeck. And this card uses the new Daisy Lane stamp set. Love it. Love the way she did the daisy up here. And also it uses our new medium daisy punch that just really makes the flowers pop. This was by Hattie Walker Nelson. This card uses the Free as a Bird stamp set. I love it. It is a beautiful stamp set. And in fact, that's what I'm using or used for my swap card that I'm going to be showing you today. And this one was by Diane Dimich. This card is very pretty, very elegant looking, very monochromatic. This was by Dawn Griffith. This is a pretty card, and it's obviously from another country, and it is Carol Verendal. And that's a really pretty card. I love the colors that she used on that card. And here's a purple card, so you know, of course, I love it. Uses the glimmer paperback here, which is just gorgeous, and the subtle embossing folder. Very pretty card, Carol Nordquist. Here's another purple card, so you know I love it. Very heirloom looking, like it. That's by Lori Krause. Yet another purple card. You are simply the best. That's very pretty. I wonder what technique she used on that. It has very much a, it's very much a leathery feel. So it looks like she used paper, I would guess, that she's wadded up and wet and then peeled it apart because it's got a very interesting texture to it. So very pretty card. Did a good job on it. That is Betsy Kreider. Love Betsy. This is a pretty unicorn card. Love the way she stamped it but then colored around it so it looks like the unicorn is in front of the image, the oval. And that was by, yep, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Dorothy Thiel. So she's from another country too. And this is using this fun stamp set, the Mosaic. I love the designer series paper that comes with it. And that's a really pretty tree stamp in there. No name. Let's see if there's something on the inside. There is not. And this is the Over the Moon stamp set. Love the cow. And it's kind of fun when we get these swaps from demonstrators from other countries because it has the other words on it, so you're not real sure what it says. But that's by Fanny Solvaline, I'm guessing. Ooh, and there is the Bonjourne, that's French. The new, Magnolia stamp set, which is really pretty. And this is just a beautiful card, very elegant looking. I like the way she used the strip across the middle of the designer series paper. So it kind of looks like a ribbon. Use the new medium daisy punch, very pretty. That's Lynn Streifert. And then we have some fun cards thrown in too. This is the upside down turtle. I love this. Hope you're back on your feet soon. Like the way she used the basket weave back there. Very cute. By Sherry Peters. Something about the colors on this card, I just love it. They're so pretty. It just is very vintage looking. Very pretty card by Evelyn Wood. This is a very pretty wedding card. Uses, I think that's called the tin tile embossing folder. Some of our new in color ribbon, which is gorgeous ribbon. And that's by, Brandy Bernard. Very pretty. I say that about Brandy because Brandy used to be a Stampin' Up! Employee, and now she's just a demonstrator like us. This is a really cute card. Love the masculine on it. And the fun thing about this one is if you grab the little ship's wheel and pull it, the sailboat moves. Isn't that cute? So just kind of a fun movement card. And that's by Peggy Wu. This is a fun card. I've seen this kind before where the front part opens from here and then it just ties together with the two tabs there. Pretty colors. That's from Lisa Brown. There's another card using the lighthouse in that stamp set. It's just really a pretty stamp set. It makes pretty cards. Let's see if I can find a name on this one. Yes, Joyce Farraco did this one. Pretty card. And there's just a very simple card, again, using the same stamp set. Uses the subtle embossing folder on the white part there. Need to put their names on the back so they're easy for us to find. So that is by, what does that say? Gersh? Oh, she must be from Germany. Cannot read that name exactly. Pretty card. And this is a card for using, again, that mosaic suite, because I love the hummingbird that you can cut out of the designer series paper. Very cute. Again, no name on the outside. There's one on the inside. Oh, that's by Pip Todman. Hi, Pip. And the last card here is a Christmas card. Love the way these little sprigs are in the 3 different colors. It really makes them stand out. It's pretty. And that's by Lena Gersha. Very pretty. So, do you want to see the card that I put in for the swap? And that's this one right here. Again, uses the Free as a Bird stamp set, which I just love. And I colored them and fussy cut them all out. And then made a window card. So the greeting, the sentiment on the inside can be seen from either the front or the back. So that's the one I'm going to be waking with you right now. It's a fairly simple card. It takes a little bit of time because you fussy cut and hand color everything, but I'll show you how to do it. So you're going to start off with a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5. You're just going to take it, fold it in half. Be sure and use a bone folder to make sure your crease is nice and crisp. Okay, then we are going to run it through the Big Shot using our stitched nested labels. Now these are really nice because they look just like this. So they make labels, but they do all kinds of sizes. And as you can see around the edges of this card, they make these stitched things. Okay, so it looks like it's been sewed. So very cute. So you're just going to run it through with that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your bird stamp from your Free as a Bird stamp set. You're going to take it, you're going to ink it all up with the Memento stamp pad. Okay, so your black. Since it's a bigger stamp, I like to take my ink pad right to the stamp. Okay, then you're going to stamp it on your white. Here I have it stamped already. And then I used my blends to start coloring it. I went ahead and colored a lot of this image because you probably don't want to just sit and watch me do this. But I just left one little bird for you to watch. What I do on these to give them some depth and some shading is I take both the light and the dark from the same color. So these happen to be the Blackberry Bliss because it coordinates with my cardstock, and I have the light Blackberry Bliss and the dark Blackberry Bliss. And I like to start with the lighter color, and I just will kind of color my image solid like this. Okay, and I know the head I want to be definitely a darker color, but I know the body I want the background to be all the light. Then I'm going to take the dark color and I'm going to color the head, and then Stampin' Up! Has kind of made it easy because everywhere they have these black lines, I'm just going to take and kind of color over the top of them. Okay, and what that does is that gives it just enough of a contrast that it gives it shading. Okay, so it's very pretty. So then I'm just going to take my snips and I'm going to fussy cut out my image. Okay, and I know you know by past I love to fussy cut, but I know you didn't want to sit and just watch me fussy cut this whole thing. So I already got a lot of it done, so that I just have the very end of it to do here. To get it all done. Okay. So here we have our card base now with the little window cut out of it. I just used the second largest label here that's in the set to cut that out. So now what we need is the inside put down, which is simply a piece of Whisper white paper that measures 5 1/4 by 4. Just going to put my adhesive on it and put it inside the card. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to take my birds that I colored, and I'm just going to turn it over and put a little bit of adhesive on there. And I'm going to stick it down, and you just need to be careful that no adhesive goes through to the back, because otherwise it'll glue down to your card. Okay, now I'm ready to do my stamping. So out of the Free as a Bird stamp set, I'm first going to use the stamp that says, "Your friendship means the world to me." And I'm just going to stamp it right like that. And then I'm going to use the one that says, "Thanks for being you." I'm just going to move down a little bit and stamp it right there. Okay. Now I kind of thought the card was a little bare up here. So on this one I use the braided trim. And on this one I'm just going to use a different ribbon, kind of a neutral ribbon that we have in the catalog right now. Just going to cut a piece of it off. And I'm just going to tie it in a little knot right up here. Let's don't go quite so tight and go move it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'll kind of trim that off a little bit because that's a little carried away there. Okay, so there we go. So there is our super cute window card that are super easy to do when you use the stitched nested label dies. It just makes any kind of a window that you can come up with super easy to do. So there you go. I hope you have enjoyed looking at my swap cards from my recent incentive trip and learning how I made the one that I made. So thanks for joining me.